Hi you guys, this is Kiana. I'm coming at you with the last part. Well, actually not the last part, because the last part will be you seeing everything all together, pulled together. So I have two videos before this one, so you may want to check that out. Each individual video is specific on what dish I'm fixing. Right now, what I'm fixing is the baked seasoned onion chicken. So it's different from the onion chicken that I fixed before because that was somewhat of what you would call a oven fried chicken. But this is just literally a baked chicken that's induced with a lot of flavor. I'm going to show you all the seasonings I use, and it does have a hint of an onion taste to it, but not an overpowering like white onion taste. I just pulled out my homemade scallop potatoes, so if you want to see that video, go back. The other video is homemade scallop potatoes, how I made that. I added some ingredients that maybe some of you guys don't add in there, like sour cream and stuff. And I also did a video on some fresh cabbage with a twist also, because I add sausage and stuff into my cabbage. What I didn't show you on camera is you can add a little bit of onion. So now you know about that. But those are the other two videos. I just pulled my scallop potatoes out the oven. I just want to show you guys how good they look. And this is your homemade scallop potatoes. Very cheesy. I sprinkled some pepper on top. We're going to put that aside. What you're going to do is make a tent out of aluminum foil to keep the heat into that. Because right now the oven is still blasting from that. It's approximately about 375. I have my pot sizzling in the back with my sauteed cabbage with sausage and onion, red pepper, and a whole bunch of other seasonings. That's in the other video. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to make our chicken. And I left it in this container because I washed it in this. We're going to make chicken thighs, and this is a meal that's going to take cost you well under it's going to, because this chicken thighs was about $4 for the whole tray. It's going to cost you for this meal about $12, and only for the reason that is because I also bought a really nice store-bought cake, so you guys will see all of that put together. The cake was $10.99, but the market I go to has things on items on sale on Fridays. They may be selling like these big huge pizzas for $5 or whatever. They sold this cake, and it's called the Almond Bistro Layered Cake, and it's delicious looking. We got it for $5. Whenever you see cakes and stuff like that on sale, just go ahead and grab them. You can always put them in a deep freezer, and then whip it out if someone wants to come over as a guest, or maybe you gotta go to a PTA meeting or something like that. That's just what I do. So whenever I see stuff like that dirt cheap, although I have a cabinet full of nothing but baking items, maybe I can't get to it that quickly. So, or I just don't want to fix it. So what we're going to do right now is do the onion chicken. You're going to turn your chicken over on the opposite side of the skin, and you're going to turn it upward, and then you're going to add your seasonings. And I'm just going to show you, this is not nothing that's going to be drawn out. It's very easy. The seasonings we're going to add is poultry seasoning. That's poultry seasoning. All these seasonings, you can actually get them in your local dollar store. Family Dollar sells them, all those kind of places. Adobe, and you all know I get my big seasonings from BJ's. Your onion powder, a little bit of salt, because you don't really need that much, because the accent, even though it's not salty, it does have salt. But more importantly, the Lipton onion soup mix that we're going to include and incorporate into this dish has salt in it. especially when we're not adding a whole bunch of water. Now the water is going to expel, the chicken is going to expel some water. We already know that. That's pepper and accent I just added. Now I'm adding Old Bay. But you are going to have to include some water. And I actually recommend, after we season with the onion soup mix and all the other seasonings, I actually recommend you drizzle a little bit of extra about olive oil on top. Extra virgin olive oil. Now this is just your regular Lipton soup mix. Actually, this is the off-brand version. I get it for like 59 cents a pack, a box, at my local market. You're just going to sprinkle that on top. Let me move this camera down for you guys. You're going to sprinkle that on top. And then you're going to turn it over. And you don't want to have chicken that's not seasoned, or one side tastes good and the other side tastes like crap, or nothing at all. So you're just going to add some of those seasonings. Now you don't have to add all of those seasonings again, because sometimes seasonings can be too much or too overpowering. But you are going to add some of these seasonings. So let's see which ones we're going to add. Of course, we're going to add the ones that don't incorporate a lot of salt. So we're going to add some of our adobe, some black pepper, a little bit of accent again, we don't need no Old Bay, and we don't need any salt. But you can incorporate everything that you had. And this right here is the garlic powder. You're going to sprinkle some seasoning onto that. And with this amount of thighs, I'm going to use, probably it's going to take 2 packs, maybe 1.5. But again, you're going to be careful because Lipton soup mix does have salt in it, and if you're not mixing it with like a wet item, then it is going to be a little salty. That's why we use minimum salt. I only need a half a pack. As you can see, I only need a half. So we're just going to put that back in the box. The next time we need it, we'll have a half a pack to use. And that's it. What you're going to do is add just a little bit of water, maybe about a half a cup. Again, keeping in mind that the chicken is going to expel its own water. And then bake this in the oven for approximately about 35 to 45 minutes, depending upon your oven temperature. Mine I put on 400, but I cook it for about 40 minutes. And then your cabbage should be done in the next few minutes as well. Our scallop potatoes are already done. You guys saw that. And that's it. So we're just waiting for this, and then we'll be able to plate. It's now 5:20. If you do the math, dinner should be on the table no later than 6:10. While you're waiting, you can go ahead and clean up your kitchen just to make sure that's done. And then that's it. So I thank you guys once again for viewing, commenting, subscribing. And I do see that once again I got a hater with the dislike button. Whatever. You're not even fixing anything that's that difficult. So disliking what? You know? Funny. Mad funny. Mad retarded. But anyway, I love you guys. Be blessed. And I'll talk to you in a bit.